Welcome back to our wood carving project. So last time we left off, we did a brief introduction to the type of tools that we're going to work with. So let's see how I put some of those tools to work to get this log moving towards looking more like this shoe. So one of the first things that I wanted to do was to cut up in for the notch of the heel and flatten out the bottom of my shoe. So I used a combination of tools to do that. The first was using this large rip saw to run along the length of my material and slab off the bottom of that log so that it was flat. I then came back in up underneath it and notched out for the heel, and then used a combination of tools to remove that material. I worked with the foot adze, and that allowed me to come in and rapidly remove material as long as I was moving with the direction of the grain. Just to give a quick look, let's come around the side. The foot adze is held in place by the force of the swing, which keeps the head down. It's a two-end operation, and I always want to have the tool passing to the side of my body, or I can have the tool passing between my legs, but you never want to be in a position where your legs are directly behind us, because if you miss a strike off of this, that's an immediate trip to the emergency room. So anyway, again, as long as I'm moving with the grain, I can come in and pretty rapidly remove material. And with practice, we can get good enough that we're able to create a pretty smooth surface. When I want to finesse a little bit more of this material out, but I still have some mass to remove, then I'm going to turn to using something like this large gouge, this 1-inch gouge, and a mallet that's got some pretty substantial weight to it. Because I want the weight of that mallet to be doing the work for me as I, again, move down the length of this. I want that mallet to do the work. I'm holding the tool firmly enough to have control over it, but I'm not gripping it tight so that I'm absorbing all the vibration that occurs when you drive that chisel forward with the mallet. So this gouge is a really good way for coming in and taking out material, especially if it's a radiused surface. And I can even come back in and knock these ridges down in between, but it's still limited in terms of how smooth that surface can be. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with making these marks your finished surface, because there is a quality about that, a sort of spontaneity about the look of that mark on the surface of carvings that I like very much. I like seeing some of that process evidence on the surface of the work. But if I want to knock those down a little bit more and smooth them out, then I'm going to come back in with a broad, flat chisel like this. And that's going to allow me to kind of plane along that surface. And level and smooth those surfaces out. So, because there's really no need for you guys to be enduring all the noise and vibration that comes along with doing this, we'll check back in after we make a little more progress. And as we approach another dimension of this project, which is going to be one of the most challenging, which is to come in and scoop this material out on the inside of the shoe. So, thanks again for following my channel, and I hope that you enjoy this wood carving demo as much as I am. Thank you.